It is time. It is time to finally add C++ to our C project, making it basically a C++ or essentially a C++ project with some C files in it. So let me open up Windows. What we have is our project files in Visual Studio. We have the USB control center, so we can check whether the code we are changing into C++ world is still working and doing the video output. We have our putty for UART login. This is our folder for where our project files are, and this one is the Cypress's SDK place, which is program files x86, Cypress Easy USB FX3 SDK 1.3 firmware common FX3 FW, because this is where we will get two files from for the C++. One of them is cyfxtx.cpp and another one is FX3 CPP LD. Both of them obviously being CPP. Let me copy them over here. We will be getting rid of FX3 LD. Let's see if there is anything we want to copy from here. I think this much, as we figured out, we don't want warnings. So with that, let me start with FX3 LD. So this last section, which deals with exceptions, we'll just comment it out for now, all the way up to here. This is one. Another one is we're getting rid of the C file. Delete, yes. And also of this LD file, so we don't get confused about what is it we are building. Now with that, the necessary changes in the makefile, that would be the biggest thing. So obviously we want CPP files to be handled as well, but before that we want to have two more lines here. One is for the x-axis for CPP, and it is time to probably have the linker also specified explicitly, because when we get down to the linking step here, we want to be explicit that this is the linker, not anything else. And while we are here, let's add a rule. Let's just duplicate the one, Control D from the C, and we'll say CPP, and of course we want to run the CXX program and the CXX flags, which we are about to define. So going back up to the top, we will do the, you know what, first of all, let's push this, let's rearrange a little bit things, because I don't want to have CC flags and then CXX flags, basically duplicating this line. I hate duplicating lines generally, if I can help it. So if we push this all the way to here, and we call this compiler flags, which actually common flags, these flags would be common to all of the invocations, yes. Then, no, it's only for compilation. Never mind, compilation file flags. So this can then be pushed a little bit down, so we don't get ourselves confused about what the precedence of events is. That first we do common flags over here, then we do compiler specific flags, which is over here. And in the compiler specific flags, there is another thing that is being defined, which is the TX. Where am I missing it? No, I'm not missing it, it's right here. So this is done for CC only, but it will need to be done for C++ as well, and it doesn't hurt to have it for assembly. So this will be part of the common flags, compilation flags as well. So let's push it over here. This is where it should be, because this will now have only C specific flags And this, of course, will only have C++ specific flags, which for now we'll just say GNU++ 11 standard. That's good enough for us. But there are important switches to put in here. One of them being -f no exceptions. As we discussed, we don't do exceptions in this project. Another one being f no RTTI, because we don't care about runtime type information. We're not doing any dynamic casts or polymorphism for that matter. And another obscure but important one is called ABI version equals 0. Here's the thing. C and C++ are not exactly ABI compatible when it comes to like parameter passing, naming of the functions. So this ensures that the C++ is being built utilizing ABI version 0, which is compatible with C. So when we mix C and C++ binaries, linking them together, object files, it will work. So this is an important one over here. And then, of course, on the very next line, we need to remember to use FX3 cpp.ld. And when we build, the linker should get all of our C++ flags because of LTO. We don't use LTO, link time optimization. We don't use it now, but later on when we decide to use LTO, we need the flags that will be applied during the linker compilation step, so to speak. So the superset of the flags, which is in CXX flags, would be over here. If you would have some C special flags eventually, we'll just have another C flags in here as well. But for now, CXX is good enough. I think this is all from the point of view of makefile. You know what? Tasks.json. Let's add a C++ build make rule as well. So we are able, let's duplicate, Ctrl-D, to just build C++ files with a shortcut Ctrl-B. That is all I believe that's needed. So just to, let's save everything, Ctrl-Shift-S. Now let's go to this and Ctrl-B to see if this builds a CPP file. And I believe it, hopefully it does. There we go, build successful. Now to be more of a C++ sort of beginning, let's go and extract a single function from here, which is the main. So the main will be our C++. So let's cut it out of here, create a new file called main.cpp. Among other things, it would be at least more clear where the code begins with the main CPP. And we do need header files. I don't know exactly which ones. I'll just copy all of them to save some time. We can optimize it later on. And with that, let's save everything. We should be able to build. So let me build, see how it goes. We are in the bootloader device mode, so let me check if there are any warnings. Nope, no warnings. Let's deploy it into RAM, our newly built C++ version. Firmware downloading succeeded. Let's see, camera, light, video. We have a video. Fantastic. Now we are in a C++ world. Just like that, the changes we made, just a quick recap. We got two C++ specific files from the Cypress. We replaced cyfxtx.c with the corresponding CPP file, and we have replaced FX3 linker script descriptor file with the FX3 cpp.ld file. Also added a few rules in the main, in the makefile, rearranged a little bit for like the dry rule, do not repeat yourself, and that's it. That's all it takes to start using C++ in your C project, which is based on Cypress Easy USB FX3 SDK dev kit. Too many words, but you know what I mean. With that, next time what we're gonna do is switch from G++ into Clang. That will require us making a few more adjustments because the how was it called? The switchers are not exactly the same. Oh, one more thing. Linking in C and GCC, I believe, is not necessary. Let me re-verify. Build. It is not necessary. And just to make sure, let me reset my FX3 dev kit. It is bootloader. Load the newly built library, because we're not using standard C or C++ functions, basically. So standard lib is not necessarily on top of our priority list. And if you go back here, we should still see the video. There we go. So it is working. And by the way, our UART login is working as well. So all is well. And with that, we are ready to do GitHub commit. Because first of all, it will let us see what are the changes. This is the removed file C, the new CPP file. We have moved the main function into its own main.cpp file. We also copied all the includes blindly. The LD for the CPP version is also here, where we have made an adjustment. We for now discard these sections so that linker doesn't warn us about them not being properly defined. And we also with that removed these sections which are not working properly since we're not using exceptions. The tasks.json was added to have a build C++ file option, and the makefile was modified to basically support our CPP and to remove the GCC and C libraries from the linker. And with that, let us do that one was season 1 episode, I believe it's episode B, GCC to G++. Commit, publish, and that is it. I'll see you in the next video when we switch into Clang. Thank you for watching.